To see you here this evening and wanted to take a few moments to see whether or not we can talk to you specifically about your role here at MegaFest.
Well, I'm excited to be here. This is an amazing event, to say the least. And what it does is it brings not just the faith community, but our entire community, all those people who want to improve their lives in one way or another, into one place, Dallas, for quite a few days and quite a few hours.
And so tell us a little bit about some of the seminars and some of the sessions that you're going to be holding over the next day or so.
Well, one of the ones I'm going to be doing is going to have to do with men, men of color, most specifically, and what we can do to help our men improve their lives. And then another one is about education and what we can do to, how we can use education to better our lives.
And so, and this is calling all men of all ages, and so the sessions that you're holding are going to be speaking to
Men of all ages,
Men of all
absolutely.
ages.
Right? We're men of all ages, even the men in training.
men
So
and
we're going to be expected to be there. And I think we're going to have some really powerful conversations, give men the opportunity to look beyond themselves and into themselves, and not just to what the world sees them as, but how they see themselves.
Why do you think that the message now is so important? So we know that it's probably an underlining issue that's been happening, so forth. Why is it now that you believe this is the season that the conversation is, we're dealing with the elephant in the room?
Well, for so long, we've not dealt with men's issues. Men don't deal with their issues. They allow the issues to pile up, and then they have some unhealthy reactions to when they burst. And for now, we need to understand that men feel just like women do. Men love just like women do, and men hurt just like women do, and have the same aspirations in many cases to live a happy and healthy life. We haven't had those conversations. We haven't allowed ourselves to be vulnerable. We've recognized that for most people, the expectation is that men are tough, and tough means have no feelings, and that's just not true.
Right. What do you think uncovered the issue? So if you haven't been dealing with it now, why now?
Because we haven't dealt with them in so long, and we can see the carnage that's resulting from a bunch of hurt men. They're hurting each other, and most specifically hurting themselves.
There's so many issues going on across the world when we're talking about young men, more specifically. Why is it so important for the young men now to, the older men to represent themselves as mentors? We could see some things are just out of control. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, because brothers in particular have not been in our homes. We're looking at 3 generations without fathers, and no community can survive under these conditions. And as a result, throughout the country, specifically African American, but men of color in general, have been absent. And our children are suffering, our women are suffering, and our communities are suffering. Look around. What was the last innovation that came from our community besides music?
Right. You're exactly right.
I mean, our communities still have the same businesses they've always had. There's nothing new in our hood. In fact, a bunch of closed down factories.
And so what is your overall expectation? What is your hope at the end of all this, these couple of sessions that you're going to be doing? What do you want the men to walk away with when they walk out of here?
One, to know that they're not alone, that they are dealing with the same issues that the man next to them is dealing with. And it doesn't make them a punk to have issues. It makes them human. So let's explore and experience our humanity.
All right. Well, I certainly appreciate the time. Like I said, I didn't want to interrupt you. I saw you in what is it, 11 o'clock at night?
Well, it's late for me. I'm coming from the East Coast, so it's a little later, but I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you.
No, I thank you for the opportunity. Thank you so much.
All right. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.